Hello everyone, it's Marla at Twinstrology. Glad to have you back with me today. Happy new moon solar eclipse. The eclipse is happening tomorrow. I'm recording this on December 13th, but please know that whenever you come across this video, it is going to be applicable to you. The messages that I put out are timeless, so whenever you feel called to something, it's going to be for you. And you can go back through my videos. Let's say you need a message from your twin. You can go back through any of my videos at any time and just pick one that you're guided to and get a message from them. Anyways, I have a new camera set up today. I want to try it out, and it's been giving me a little bit of a problem today. So I can't guarantee the quality or the sound, but I'm hoping it's going to go okay. So I thought I would pull some cards. I really want to focus more on the 12-21 gateway rather than the eclipses, because these eclipses are just setting the stage for the 12-21 gateway. That is a really, really important shift because everybody is leveling up on that day, not just twin flames, but those that aren't awake, many will be waking up. And those that, started waking up last year, they'll be going higher. So everyone, I feel, is going to be leveling up. And for twins, the big energy here is that we are really coming into a place of power. And with that, our ability to manifest things very rapidly. This is part of New Earth, is that we're able to manifest things very rapidly. The problem is we're still holding on to some things that are preventing us from being able to become the energetic match to the things that we want. So we needed to shift some of our beliefs and perceptions, especially about ourselves and how worthy we are. So that's really what the eclipses have been helping us do, helping us see that we are worthy. A lot of inner child healing happening, for example. So, these eclipses are like a doorway, as I've spoken about before. This whole time period between the fall Equinox and the winter solstice, which is the 12-21 gateway, has been a test of faith for many people. A lot of people have been purging around the eclipses, and if that's been you, just know that that's okay. It's all part of the process, and it's part of this release to realign our energy to become that vibrational match for the next phase. Also, we're all awakening more. As I said, we're all leveling up. And in order to do that, we need to release things. So if your faith has been tested with your twin, know that you're likely to be shifting out of that with this solar eclipse and heading into the 12-21 gateway. So I'm sure we'll be talking about this more as we go through the cards. So the first thing I want to do is pull an Isis Oracle card for the Twin Flame Collective and what these energies are manifesting for us. Okay, I think this clarifies a lot what I just said. The Eye of Horus, awakening divine perception. And I'm going to just set this here and read this card. These are long cards, so these are ones that I tend to read because I don't use them enough to have them memorized. Yet their messages are always highly relevant. This is a deck by Alana Fairchild. The Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. This is another thing I feel very strongly in the energy for twins is service is becoming even more front and center than it has been. So wherever you are on your mission is leveling up. If you haven't started your mission yet, that's okay, because you're going to be starting. This is pertaining to both the divine feminine and divine masculine. So for the divine masculine that have been in their awakening process, they are feeling this call to mission more and more as well, and a being of service in some way. The Oracle of the Eye of Horus is a stamp of divine encouragement, approval, and protection. If you've been wondering about your divine path, about whether you have genuine gifts of healing and insight to share, about whether your inner perception is actually true insight, and whether you will be protected spiritually in certain matters or situations, then this oracle is confirmation for you. You also have guidance here that your inner sight is expanding yet again, taking a turn on a higher twist of the spiral of perception. These are the gifts of higher clairvoyance, pure knowing, divination, and divine communion, and they all flow in truth from the fountain of the heart. Okay, so let me stop and talk a little bit about these two paragraphs here. It is confirming what I said, that our divine insight is expanding. Our psychic abilities are expanding. Our truth is expanding. And don't forget, Jupiter and Saturn are conjunct at the 1221 gateway, and this is part of what's creating this big shift. And Jupiter is truth, and Saturn, of course, is our lessons and karma. But Saturn's changing a lot, and Saturn, I feel, is also like preparing us for this service energy. But what I want to say is that with this conjunction in Aquarius, the truth about many things is going to come forward. Like we haven't peeked out on the truth that's going to be shown to us by any means. It wasn't something that ended with the election. Like there's plenty more disclosure that's going to be coming. And as twins that have been awakening for a while, these things are going to be very clear for us. And I want to go back a minute too, because I want to talk about the 12-21-12 gateway, because that's when I really became awake. I mean, I started to awaken in 2008, and I started to wake up in 2008, but in 2012, that's when I became aware of my twin flame, and that's when I started to have much deeper clairvoyance. I mean, before then, I never really considered myself a psychic, but I started to see past life flashbacks with the person who became known to me as my twin flame. And indeed, the 12-21-12 gateway was when I awoken to the term twin flame, when I was trying to figure out why I had such a strong attraction and kind of deep knowing, like a deep recognition of a complete stranger. So the reason why I bring this up, I know many of you that follow me also met your twin in 2012, or very, very close to that gateway. That was a powerful gateway, and it was a huge awakening for the planet. Well, that was 8 years ago, and this, as we head into 2021, this is an 8-year cycle. Okay, so what I want to say is this 12-21 is 8 years from 2012. So we're ending a karmic cycle. In 2021, we will be wrapping up that cycle. That's a 9-year. So this next year, between this winter solstice and next year's winter solstice, I think we can expect profound change And of course, we're going to see more of this awakening. But I think next year's winter solstice is going to be really, really powerful. And yeah, I'll be talking about that more over the year, I'm sure. Anyways, let's go on with this card. You can expect these gifts to grow and as a result to see with even more detachment, accuracy, and clear knowing. It's important that you trust this inner sight and come from your heart. This will ensure that your sight is accurate and helpful. Inner sight will never judge or harm another, but it will certainly help you discern the underlying truth of situations and relationships so that you can make these wise decisions. Okay, I did want to mention that this card mentions coming from the heart. Okay, so the energy of the eclipses and the purging are all helping twin flames open their heart more and let down their defensive barriers. Also, like trusting our inner sight, because yeah, our faith has been tested. It's been tested so much, but it's all about getting us to this place of deep surrender. Now, I posted a transcript of a QHHT session I did in September, and I hope that all of you read it. If you haven't, please read it, because the guidance that came through my client was incredible, and it definitely resonated with me. And I've been sitting on it for all these months, waiting for the divine time to share it, and I was finally guided to last week. But she talked a lot about separation, and she gave a lot of good advice about separation. My client herself has been on a 20-year twin flame journey, and through many years of separation. Why I'm mentioning that was because I'm talking so much recently about having faith and having our faith tested. But another layer of that is coming to trust our own clairvoyant abilities and our own inner guidance. And I feel like this card is talking about that, and detaching from the things that we're seeing. This oracle is confirmation that you have spiritual gifts of healing and perception that can serve your own life path and that of others when you use them from love. Trust that Horus will protect you as you move forward on your path, and that opportunities will come at the perfect time. The divine sun will shine on you, gifting you with your time in the sun. So have faith, beloved. This oracle is confirmation that the divine is looking out for you and will guide you and protect you through your intuition. Your inner voice will tell you everything that you need to know in a timely manner. Finally, this oracle is also an indicator of a triumph over darker energies and emotions. Whether you have been struggling with psychological darkness, unfulfilling habits, patterns of subversive or undermining behavior within yourself, or from toxic relationship patterns with others, or with organizations or groups within society, know that you will triumph, and the sun, the truth, the light will prevail. Pray for your protection, clear insight, and trust your inner guidance. You will triumph in light over darkness. Your success and growth are assured. Okay, so yeah, that card completely resonated. Perfect messages. Okay. Let's see what's happening with unions. What is the overall energy of twin flame unions? What is the overall energy of twin flame unions? New supportive connections. What is positive in twin flame unions? Great gratitude. Hoping my camera's focusing on these. What's challenging? Twin flame unions. Happy success. Okay. Well, the new supportive connections, there's a few things happening here. First of all, this is the twin flame dynamic. And there is this new energy being born within the twin flame collective, supporting unions, because twins are understanding the union dynamic more clearly than they ever have. What I mean by that is we are understanding union because we're beginning to really feel it and live it. That means we recognize that there is no separation. This is so important right now, to focus on this idea that there is no separation. You've got to love your 5D connection with your twin right now and surrender the 3D. I know this can be really hard, but in order to create balance between the masculine and feminine, this is what needs to happen. If you're focusing too much on the 3D and the lack of things in the 3D, then you're going to be pulling too much on your twin's energy, and you're going to create an imbalance, and it's not going to be as easy for you to create this new energy that's coming in. So I really am emphasizing for you guys to focus on the 5D. If you need help, I've got my activation for Divine Union. You can access that on my Vimeo channel or my website. Also, I did a video last year on the 5D. It's called the 5D Fact or Fiction. And I will put a link to that in this video. That can be another help for you. If you have a fear and you doubt the 5D connection, then those two videos might help you get more comfortable with the 5D. But as I've said in some written posts, the 5D energy always comes down and creates union in the 3D. It's not like we can create change in the 3D that shifts the 5D. It doesn't work that way. So focusing on that is going to help you open your heart and get into the space you need to be to make this 1221 gateway. Well, you know, we're all going to make the gateway, but we can do it the easy way or we can do it the hard way. Now, what's positive in twin flame unions is great gratitude. This very much goes with what I've been saying, because when we focus on the 5D, we have gratitude for everything. This is not just with our twin, but it's like having gratitude for the blessings in your life, for the change that's in your life. When I talked about manifesting and becoming this powerful manifester, manifesting comes from gratitude. The more we are grateful for the things that are showing up in our life, the more we align with higher vibrations and timelines to bring even more in. If we play victims and we're not happy and we curse the things that are in our life, then that makes it harder for us to align vibrationally with the things that we're trying to create. This goes for separation too. It's really hard to be in separation. I know that as much as any of you know that, but the more you focus on separation, the more you're going to be creating that, the more you're going to hold yourself in old timelines, the more where you can get your mind wrapped around the fact that there is no separation, and you have gratitude for your twin flame journey no matter what's happening in it, the more you'll align with that. And you know, if you have a problem with this, then you either need more healing, or you know, maybe you're dealing with someone that appears to be a twin but is not. But being thankful. And what challenges twin flame unions is happy success. Okay, so, you know, what is challenging everybody right now is actually believing that this powerful change is coming, and believing that the things that we've been wanting to manifest for many, many years, for some of you decades, is actually going to show up in our life. So our trust and our faith are still going to be tested. But we have to believe that we have this spiritual support. And of course, the more gratitude we have, the happier we are, the more successful. But, you know, right now, many people are being challenged, and it's hard to be happy. Completely understand that. But in order to help yourself out of that, try to find the gratitude and believe, because this card, this new supportive connections, this is you and your partner co-creating your reality, co-creating your union. You're doing it together, and you're learning to trust that. Now let's see, what is the divine feminine healing? Divine feminine is healing dark thoughts. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we've been releasing these old patterns and beliefs that have made us feel like either we're not worthy, or that this supportive connection can happen for us. You know, it's hard because sometimes it feels like the universe is leading us on a string, but honestly, they haven't been. Sometimes we have to realize that our guides want to do what's best for us, and sometimes it can be unclear how we're going to shift and what's going to show up in our life. It can be hard to read timelines, even from the spiritual side, because there's a lot of different factors. So we're coming through this maze. A lot of this is unclarity, you know, whether you've had unclarity, whether things have been unclear, I should say, for a long time, or whether things have been unclear in the last 3 months for you, and you've had this lack of faith. You're coming through this, and it's an end of your fears. What's healing for the divine masculine? Decrease. Okay, so for the divine masculine, they're letting go. They're releasing a lot of things right now, and they're releasing negative patterns. Again, when we talk about union, one of the things that's been happening with us, getting into this union energy, is we've created balance, and the masculine and feminine are they're so much working together, working in tandem. And so, like, I really shouldn't even be reading these like, oh, this is the divine masculine, this is the divine feminine. I should be reading this as, this is just us. But, yeah, I'm just doing that because we're used to doing things that way. But they go together. We're shedding a lot of darkness and fear. What is being mirrored between twin flames right now? Present power. Okay. I think this is an important message to talk about here, because something that a lot of twins are going through is they're getting all strung out and they're mirroring this to each other. Has the fears come up, and there's a lot of doubt that's being created, has the fears come up to be released? And this is kind of ricocheting back and forth between the twins. So if you've been struggling with fears and doubts, pretty much your twin has been struggling with fears and doubts too. And what you both have to remember is the key to staying balanced is staying in your present power. That's not focusing on the past or focusing too much on the present, because all your power is always in the now. So don't get ahead of yourself. Don't try to... Well, what's happening is we're starting to fall into a victim role when we're not in our present power. We're giving our power away. We're letting things outside of ourselves control us. So we need to stay aware as much as we can so that we don't get caught up in like this. It can feel like a tidal wave of energies and emotions that can go between you. Now, likewise, if one of you is in your present power, then that helps shift the other one into their present power. Okay, and so, the divine masculine, I feel, is going through a bit more of a hard time than the divine feminine. In fact, for many divine feminines, a lot of what they're releasing is connected to or helping their masculine twin. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not your stuff, but what it means is when you go in and release some of your own stuff, that supports your twin and the things that they're releasing. But yeah, if you can keep yourself focused in the now and don't give in to fears, but focus on gratitude and that success is coming and that this is a co-creation with your twin, then you can help align both of you with the present moment. Okay, so let's see what needs to be surrendered at this time. And I think I will pull one for the divine feminine and one for the divine masculine. What is the divine feminine trying to surrender? Okay, procrastination is the message for the divine feminine. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. Okay, well, what I feel for the divine feminine here with this card is that we are coming to a stage of it being go time. Like, we're in a preparation phase, and when we get past the 12/21 gateway and into January, it's going to be like we're feeling full steam ahead. Many of you will already be feeling like you're ready to move forward, but you might also still be in like prepping for whatever service work you're doing, learning new things, getting the items that you might need prepared, making the connections, or just going through the healing. Also, taking action, I think, is going to be important, again, because twins are so connected with the union energy. The feminine is now being asked to take action on a lot of things to kind of spur the divine masculine into taking action as well. So, for me, I know I'm being guided to take a lot of action on things and things that I've been putting off. It's time to get ready and start moving forward there. What is the divine masculine releasing? Or surrendering, I should say. Surrender effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Divine masculine is working on surrender. That's the big phase that they're going through. And I would say both twins are working on surrender. Part of the divine feminine going through the trust and faith issues. And I'm saying divine feminine, but divine masculine has also been going through that. What that's been leading us to is another stage of surrender and being okay with what's happening. Remember, we're shifting into new earth. No one knows what this new earth is going to be like. Even as I was saying, I don't think all of our guides really know what new earth is going to be like and how long it's going to take to really start creating new earth, how things are going to shift totally. There's still some unknown variables. So we have to be strong. We have to be surrendered. We have to go with the flow. That means aligned with our inner guidance and doing what our inner guidance is asking us to do in any moment. And that really takes trust and surrender to be able to do that. And definitely I think with this procrastination card, divine feminine, that's exactly what you're getting into. You're getting into the flow. So when you are guided, you feel that, okay, now's go time, you're ready to go. And that's going to translate into the divine masculine becoming more confident in themselves. So when they get the message that it's go time, and whatever it is, they're ready to go. What does the divine feminine want to say to the divine masculine? Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Well, what I'm picking up here is the message, your feelings are real and worth exploring. Now, number one, as I said, divine feminine, you're moving through this period of getting your faith tested so that you can trust, so that your feelings are real. And you're telling your divine masculine, trust your feelings. These feelings are real. But what you really want to do is know in your heart that this connection is real and everything that you're feeling is real. And that's going to translate into them believing that it's real too. What else does the divine feminine want to say to the divine masculine? I'm tired of being physically away from you. I think, a lot of divine feminines are, the separation has been hard the last couple months. That's because this union energy is getting so much stronger. And when you can really feel that 5D union, it's really, it's a mind, when you feel that union spiritually, but in 3D, like you're walking this maze and it seems like there's no congruency. So it's been hard, but that's because we're all needing to shift out of the separation idea. I know we'll be together one day. Divine feminine, know that this is true. Know that this is a true connection. And I think divine feminine, saying that to the divine masculine, you know too that we're going to be together one day. I'm feeling pulled to you. I think that goes with the separation, because there's a pull that comes with that, and I dream about you. So divine feminine, you might be having dreams about your divine masculine right now. And trust those dreams. But also, I want to say too, like another way that dream message can come through is when we're daydreaming about our twins, when we're thinking about the future and, you know, how we're going to do service together, or what being together would look like. That's working towards manifestation, because that's creative energy. That's your imaginative faculty that you're putting towards the connection. So don't be afraid of daydreaming. You know, I mean, you don't want to live in a daydream all day, but sometimes you'll feel guided to tune into that energy. What does the Divine Masculine want to say to the Divine Feminine? Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations bring you together. You are co-creating this. Your twin wants to be with you as much as you want to be with them. And they are praying, and they are making affirmations, and they are visualizing coming back together. They also say, I'm not happy in my current relationship. So for those that are in a karmic relationship, there's a message here that the Divine Masculine is not happy in that situation. And they know that they're not happy. That's part of the Divine Masculine waking up, is coming to terms with the fact that they're not happy, because, you know, the Divine Feminine did this, and many, you know, might still be in the energy of burying your head in the sand. And you can tolerate a lot more when you're asleep, but when you are awake and you become more sensitive to things, and the truth becomes known to you, and then it becomes clear, like, I am really not happy here, and you want to leave. My finances are not in a good place. But this goes back to manifestation. Okay, I feel like the Divine Masculine is saying that they're having a hard time believing that they're manifesting anything, because they're not feeling that things are coming through for them. But Divine Masculine, remember, have gratitude, because success is coming. Stay in the present moment and don't focus on what appears to be negatives. I wanted to text you 100 times today, but I was afraid to. So the Divine Masculine, you want to communicate with the Divine Feminine, but you're not sure how, or if it's a good time, or maybe you're wondering if your Divine Feminine wants to hear from you. That just may be some triggers that you're going through in order to release things, so that you can come forward and actually communicate with your twin. Whoops. Well, I got a bunch here. I'm going to put them back in. I'm not going to take... I got 3 that came out, because I've already pulled 3, and I'm going to say 3 is too many. So I think that it felt like there was a lot of Divine Masculine trying to get their message to their Divine Feminine. We're going to see what was the most powerful message. I dream about you. So there's some mirroring, some connection happening through the dream state, and maybe even astral traveling to each other. Sometimes dreams are not dreams, and this can go for night dreams or daydreams. You can actually be astral traveling to each other, or connecting to other timeline possibilities. times message for twins. Sacred space, take time for the dreamer in you and find your power in stillness. And your sacred space is the peace that you seek. Okay, look at some of the words here. Dreamer, and we just had those cards about dreaming. I talked about daydreams and night dreams and how dreams put energy towards our manifestation. Okay, so maybe we're being called to focus on that dreamy part of ourselves. Also, they're saying your power is in stillness. Remember, what we're mirroring is present power. So in our sacred space is where we're going to be able to find stillness and peace the easiest. So coming into the holidays and the end of the month, maybe you need to create sacred space for yourself. And in that, you'll be able to stay more balanced. Okay, we definitely have a message here. Dreamer, your dreams have chosen you. Find fulfillment in pursuing your destiny. This is the magic of life. Okay, yeah, dreams. You have dreams for a reason. You have dreams because you're connecting with your inner guidance and the things that you know are for you. So have faith in your dreams. Have faith that that is your destiny. I love that there's a dragon on here too. Dragon's been coming through very strong for me lately, and I posted 2 images that I took of dragons that I captured, you know. So yeah, maybe you're feeling the dragon energy too. So what's coming up? What can we expect around the 1221 gateway? What can twins expect to happen around the 1221 gateway and into the beginning of next year? Teacher. Okay, first off, I feel this message is about this time period is a lesson for all of us. We are learning a lot of things here. We're preparing and learning about navigating into this new earth and the new shifts. But also, we are teachers and we are being called to teach. And the change that's coming is that we are tapping into this deeper wisdom, and that's being shown by these books here and this guidance that's coming out. But we also have these glasses because we're going to be seeing things clearly, and we have a typewriter because we are going to be sharing the messages that we're getting and the guidance that we're getting. So like I said, everyone's mission is leveling up, or service, if you want to call it service. What else is coming up for Twin Flames? Joyous fun. We got to bring fun into our lives. That's part of gratitude, manifestation, success. So we're coming out of this kind of these things that we're healing, the dark thoughts, and the decrease is like when we feel limited, okay? And the divine masculine parts of us are breaking out of limitations and expanding. And so we're coming into an energy of joy and fun. And when we can integrate this gratitude, then that helps us have more fun in our life. But we got to look at the things that are happening in I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna go there. Intuition and manifestation is the third card about what's happening for twin flames in the future and through the 1221 gateway. And I gotta tell you too, I've been seeing 1 and 2 combinations so much. And of course next year is 2021. 2021 is a 5-year, so we can expect a lot of change next year. And the change that's coming is going to be the things that we've been wanting. We just have to get out of our own way. Everything is right there for us. What is coming for twin flames in the future? Attraction. This goes with the manifestation card because it means we're attracting what we want. We're aligning with fun. We're aligning with our purpose, and we're aligning with our intuition. What else is coming through? Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Again, we have this word attraction. And for twins, the polarized energy of twin flames is what is the attractive force. Well, what I should say actually is the polarization is actually the repelling force. And it's not until we can shift into alignment with the idea that there is no separation that we change that polarity and from something that's pushing apart to something that's attracting. And yeah, you'll experience those things in different ways at different times. You know, when you first meet your twin, of course, there is this strong magnetic attraction. Then you become polarized and you repel each other. And you go through this ladder of doing that. But we're coming now into this energy of union where we don't have all the repelling energies, and it's just allowing for the magnetic attraction. This is the force that will bring twin flames together. It happens naturally. It's beyond our control in a lot of ways. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. Well, I'm going to read this card as keep an open mind, and that goes with we have shifted. When we come through this gateway, we will have shifted a lot of beliefs that weren't serving us anymore and preparing us to be surprised, I feel, in a lot of ways. Like maybe your union is not going to happen as you thought it would, but maybe it'll be even more magical than you could think. What's coming up in the future? I want you to love me. These are just general messages about the energy. So I feel, again, there's an attraction between twins, each wanting the other one to love them, and that's creating the magnetic attraction. I need space right now. Well, remember we had the sacred space card. So there may be some time where you feel like being on your own. I'm not even reading that really has between twins, but just with the energetic shifts, everyone might be feeling like they need a little space. I feel abandoned. So abandonment might be coming up around the time of the solstice. And I'm trying to leave my comfort zone. So we're really shifting a lot of these old patterns and creating a lot of change in our life. Even if you're not seeing that fully manifested as of yet, keep going because things are really going to start shifting fast, I feel. as we head into January. We will be going through a few weeks of time where all the planets will be direct, and that's usually a big push at the beginning of the year. Two cards. I'm going to take this one, Heart of the Moment. This is the one that's on top. You are entering the time in your life where past and future are colliding. In this present moment, you have a powerful opportunity to decide how you wish to continue in a certain pattern of relating or not. This may mean leaving a relationship or starting a new one. But even if you cannot yet make that decision with peace in your heart, you can still partake of the heart of this moment and decide how you shall choose to be. Will you speak? Will you choose to let go of shame and criticism, of judgment and anxiety, of loss and despair, and just be with your own heart now? Will you choose in this moment to trust yourself, even if that trust says you have to wait a while longer before you can make a long-term decision? This is a time when you can alter your future, stepping into relationship with another, with the divine, with yourself in a new way. Even the smallest choice for love is a step in the best direction. You have the heart of the divine within you. It's not too hard for you to choose love. Let go of the people who want you to choose jealousy or fear or doubt. Their games are not nearly as fun. Choose love, and who knows, maybe they'll join your party instead. This oracle brings you a message. You are in a transition zone in your life and relationships. It is one moment that will manifest as many opportunities, where one choice will open up many pathways to fulfillment for you. We always have the chance to create our future with our present choices. But at this time, you are in an especially fertile karmic period, having just come out of a cycle of learning and about to enter into a new cycle. This is the time to be willing to take a chance or a risk to be happy within yourself. No matter what's going on around you, your life is about to take a karmic turn, and you can feel peace in the knowing. Love provides the opportunity to express the core essence of our very nature. It touches us at a level of feeling beyond the human norm and renders our beings incapable of a feeling with greater depth or wonder. Love is the fabric of life. It is the substance that holds it all together and the magic that opens the unknown. It is the quality that speaks to our soul, that opens our heart, that excites our spirit and allows us in its presence to become something greater than ourselves, something more than we are alone. Okay, so we might need to make some choices coming up, some tough choices, maybe even about relationships, maybe about leaving a relationship or entering into a new relationship, or both, because for the Divine Masculine, we did get that card, I'm not happy in my current relationship. And so maybe one of the things that many people are going to be working on is relationships, and do they really suit, and trusting your heart and what you feel in your heart. So I am being guided to read this one as well. This is Gifts Received, number 13. They're telling me there's a message here too, and I'm hoping my camera doesn't run out of time here. Relax. It's okay to accept what is coming your way. Gentle your soul, steady your heart. Even the most precious treasure can be received by you. Why not? Are you not built of the same stuff as that treasure, beloved? It's all love after all. That is all that there is. Enjoy, accept, rest in the knowledge that you are being invited into a sanctuary of abundance. Peacefully rest and replenishment now. It's just time. This oracle holds a message for you. The universe is trying to get something to you. More abundance, more love, an answer to a prayer. Sometimes the healing comes in unexpected packages. Sometimes we try so hard to find the answer, exerting so much effort to receive, that we make things harder for ourselves than they need to be. So relax, have some fun, be at peace. Everything is working out just fine, and there's a nice surprise coming your way. The wind blows softly through grass in my open heart. Love unexpected. Well, there definitely was a message there for us, wasn't there? The universe is trying to get things to you, and sometimes we make it harder on ourselves. Sometimes the healing comes in ways that we don't expect, and that tricks our mind into having doubts about what is happening. Trust and surrender. That's the focus. If you would like a reading with me, Twinstrology is my website. Forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I am doing astrology readings, tarot readings, QH, HT, and BQ8 sessions. And I'm going to be hopefully adding some new things and hopefully post a video soon about some new services that I'm going to be doing. If you would like to make a donation to me for these readings, if you appreciate the readings that I do, I know I haven't been as active this year as I have in the past, but I'm hoping that that's going to change soon. But I will put information, if you would like to leave a donation for me, they are greatly, greatly appreciated. And yeah, I'm hoping that I'll talk to you before the solstice. But if not, happy holidays. And I'm sending you my love.